Good evening, I'm Assad Ahmed. The high-speed rail link construction may be facing delays, but that wasn't enough to save several trees in its path, thought to be hundreds of years old, from being destroyed. They were on the Euston Road and a campaigner called their removal an act of environmental vandalism at its worst. Here's Alison, Earle.
Billed as the final stop on Britain's new high-speed rail line, Euston Square has seen its fair share of protests over the years, with people occupying it and chaining themselves to trees. But today, it looks like this.
This particular tree would be certainly at least 300 years old. So, like I say, you're talking about some of the oldest veteran trees in London. We had assurance that these perimeter trees had been kept, and now we arrive and they're sort of taken in a stealthy approach.
It follows similar concerns about HS2 by conservation charity the Woodland Trust. Dan is among a group who've been trying to save the green space outside the station since 2018.
You're talking here about the Euston Road, the most polluted road possibly in Europe. This area was a haven, it was a little sort of mini oasis in this busy concrete jungle we're in here. And you ask yourself, at the moment of this climate crisis we're in the centre of London, this is an absolute travesty. It's environmental vandalism at its worst.
There are also questions over the timing given recent developments.
Well, earlier this month, the government announced that construction of part of HS2 will be delayed by 2 years to save money, meaning it may not reach here at Euston until 2038.
It just adds further insult to the injury. You know, it's sort of something which I find absolutely perplexing. So when you get these announcements by the government, there seems to be no communication between one organisation and the other.
A spokesperson from HS2 Ltd said,
"All works at the Euston site are still necessary to deliver new high-speed rail services into central London. The HS2 programme will transform the Euston area and includes a huge scheme to create new wildlife habitat and plant 7 million trees and shrubs."
Campaigners and residents say they'll be keeping a close eye on the greenery still on the site and say they'll do what they can to protect what's left of central London's natural heritage. Alison, Earle, BBC London.